What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi Wednesday shenanigans! Alrighty, change of scenery. We are going from the VGC 17 team and the February competition over to a brand new team that I debuted a couple of weeks ago on stream, and that is of course the Rain Room team. Now, quick note here, it is slightly in the works. I actually thought this was quite a unique team, however it didn't quite work the way that I thought it would, so definitely going to revamp this game because I had a lot of fun with it. At the same time, it's not exactly revolving around rain as much as it should have, so that's going to be something I'm going to work on with the next revamp for this team. In the meantime though, kind of just enjoy the gimmicks that it brings with it and just a few things that I was working with. So without further ado, let's just jump in these shenanigans, and as soon as we see a Kangaskhan on team preview, you know shenanigans are going to go down here. Alrighty, so let's see what this team does and what the opponent's going to bring to the field. So they're going to lead with, of course, Kangaskhan and Ninetales. So of course they're going to do the Snow Warning with the Aurora Veil most likely. I'm going to lead with a Toxicroak and Copperrigus lead here, so we should all know Copperrigus is going to set up the Trick Room. I have actually used a similar set for Copperrigus over on Oris with the Getsis team. So it's very similar along those lines. I've just kind of modified it a little bit, trying to work in with the new Pokemon. So anyways, he's going to swap out the Ninetales there for the Mimikyu, obviously because Ninetales isn't going to like a Toxicroak. I'm going to swap into my Magnezone here, thinking that the Kangaskhan was going to Mega Evolve into Mega Kangaskhan. I derped and forgot that normal Kangaskhan carries Scrappy, and they don't need to Mega Evolve first turn, so they can counter Ghost types like bloody Cofferrigus. So Scrappy gets a move, but the damage has already been done, so I can't set up Trick Room turn 1, which is kind of really annoying. At the same time though, Trick Room isn't really a major plus here because Kangaskhan does have Sucker Punch, so it can bypass me a little bit here. So anyways, I guess I kind of win-win there at the same time because Mimikyu is also weak to Magnezone with Flash Cannon. I am carrying Expert Belt on Magnezone as well, plus 252 EVs in Special Attack, Quiet Nature. So all I can do here really is just break Mimikyu's disguise. Kangaskhan goes for the Sucker Punch. Luckily, it is going to fail because I actually went for another Trick Room this turn to try and get it up, since this team is going to heavily rely on Trick Room. The only downside with hard Trick Room teams, I need to heavily rely on Trick Room. If I don't get Trick Room up, the team kind of just falls apart. So Flash Cannon there to break the Mimikyu disguise, which is awesome. Fun fact, Mummy does not bypass disguise. Really unfortunate, but it kind of does make disguise quite a really strong ability. Anyways, red card's going to activate there on Mimikyu, which is quite a unique surprise for me. I've actually never seen red card on Mimikyu. Normally it's Focus Sash, normally MZ, Ghosty MZ, or Life Orb, or even Leftovers maybe sometimes. So they're going to drag in my Toxicroak there. I do believe I got the Trick Room up. I think I might have protected that turn, predicting a Shadow Snake coming away since it is +2 in attack thanks to Sword Dance. So Hail's going to buff a lot of Pokemon on the field. Got to protect here. I totally didn't see what that last turn was then. So here comes the Shadow Snake. Going to protect that, which is great. Drain Punch I'm going to use onto Kangaskhan, hoping to get the kill. Unfortunately, the extra bulk from Mega Evolving does prevent the KO there. Does bring the Kangaskhan down to the red. However, I do bring myself back to full health, which is great because the Kangaskhan's going to go for the Earthquake here. I don't know why the Mimikyu didn't go protect or something, because they're going to hit their ally for some really decent damage there. Going to bring the Mimikyu down to yellow there thanks to Earthquake. I do survive it with the Toxicroak thanks to 25% drop because it is hitting multiple targets. Drain Punch definitely would have been handy right here, bring me back up to full health, but that's retrospect, I guess. So this is good. I'm kind of in range here, so they're going to swap out their Kangaskhan here because Howard's going to do some damage, and at the same time they're going to assume I'm going to go for a Drain Punch onto the Kangaskhan side, and that would have been resisted by Toxapex. Alright, so Shadow Snake here. I actually thought they were going to go for my Cofferrigus, which is why I protected. Hindsight, probably should have done that, probably just gone straight for the attack and taken up the Mimikyu. So unfortunately Toxicroak does bite the dust there. Really unfortunate, since that would have done some wonders finishing off the Kangaskhan with Fake Out if I swapped it out there. So of course the Toxapex is going to have the Black Sludge. Well, Toxapex doesn't run that in doubles or even singles. I think sometimes may run some other things, but Black Sludge is definitely what I see most commonly. So I swap in the Feraligatr here. So this is kind of what I was aiming for to use mainly on this team. I actually want to see how good a Feraligatr was in doubles. In honest opinion, it is really nice to run. Does have a lot of weaknesses, obviously, to Tapu Koko and to Xurkitries, etc., which is why I'm running it in Trick Room. I think it's like base 70 or 75 speed isn't exactly great if you're not running Dragon Dance. It does need to rely on Dragon Dance to do anything. So anyways, I'm going to go for the Protect there on the Koffariga skills, going for Earthquake. Going to take out the Mimikyu with the Earthquake, which is great. Deal some damage to the Toxapex. I did just a little bit over quarter damage there. And because it's not a secondary effect move, I do get hit by the Life Orb damage, even though I'm running Sheer Force as my ability. Fun fact there for those who didn't know that. Anyways, Blood Sludge recovery there on the Toxapex. And unfortunately, due to Toxapex using Toxic on my Feraligatr, I am poisoned. So recall damage from using Earthquake. And poison damage isn't exactly going to be fun here. So I'm going to swap out the Koffarigas thinking that I was going to get Toxic there by the Toxapex, go into my Mega Zone to just get immunity from that. So I know there's not too much that the Toxapex could really do to my Mega Zone there. So I'm going to Protect there on Feraligatr, thinking that we're going to fake out that as well, which they did, which is great. No damage for the Feraligatr that turn, and they did go for Toxic on that side of the field, so couldn't have Toxic the Mega Zone, which is great. So Poison is slowly starting to build up, and as always, the Trick Room rares out when I don't need it to. So here comes the Double Edge from the Kangaskhan. That is going to absolutely pulverize me, and cherry on top, it's a critical hit. I am not too sure if that actually made a difference because I have got Physical Bulk in my Feraligatr, plus Natural Bulk as well, so I got a funny feeling that may have mattered, but it didn't matter. It took itself out from recall damage, which is nice. Thunderbolt from the Mega Zone on top of the Expert Belt damage as well. So that's a 1 dead Toxapex. So their last Pokemon on their field is going to be the Ninetales, which of course is 4 times weak to Flash Cannon. So this is absolutely nice. There isn't too much they can do here except for maybe try and freeze my Mega Zone. So snowboarding goes back up onto the field. So here comes that Blizzard. What's it going to do and how much damage is it going to do? Will they get the freeze? So not very effective. They do get the freeze, just not on the right Pokemon. So Koffarigas does get frozen. Poor Koffarigas just suffered so much pain when I used it on stream, as you can see. So there goes the Flash Cannon, plus the Life Orb damage as well from the Ninetales. Normally they're sashed. In this case, it's one of the rare cases that it wasn't sashed, which is quite nice to see actually. Alright, so there we go. There's Battle 1. On to Battle 2. So as you can see, lovely team preview for those who didn't quite see it because it flashed by like quite quickly. You'll get to see what type of team it is, I guess. Alright, so I think I'll lead with different shenanigans here. We've got the Toxicroak Trevenant lead. This is actually a pretty nice lead. Between the Toxicroak and the Koffarigas lead and the Toxicroak and Trevenant lead, I actually prefer this lead. Trevenant, I think I've built quite stably here, so I'm probably going to keep the Trevenant in the next revamp team. Definitely keeping Toxicroak because it's a very nice surprise there. So Fake Out onto Alakazam is going to do very nice damage there because how frail Alakazam is in its physical defense. Tyranitar is just going to be Tyranitar instead of the D-Dance. On top of like the Sandstorm boosting its special defense by 50% as well, so that's definitely going to like those special moves. Trick Room going up, completely nullifying the D-Dance. See how much I love Trick Room? It's so lovely. Anyways, I'm going to unfortunately get buffed by the Sandstorm here. So the Alakazam's running Magic Guard to obviously prevent the damage from Sandstorm. Tyranitar is actually going to stay in. I actually honestly thought it was going to swap out. So it's going to take a Drain Punch 4 times weak to that, and that's going to say bye-bye. And the Horn Leech as well is going to hit the Alakazam, and thanks to the already amazing damage done to that on turn 1 from Fake Out, that's going to go to the Horn Leech. So double KO. I love double KOs. That was awesome turn 1. Alright, so bye-bye. Sorry, that was an awesome turn 2. Okay, so double KO is always awesome. Gonna get hit by the Sandstorm as well. And if I haven't mentioned already, Toxicroak is running the Iron Ball, so 50% drop. I do believe it's sitting at about 45 speed with the Iron Ball. Normally it's about 90 speed with the Brave Nature and 0 IVs in speed. So they're going to send in their Lucario and their Dragonite as the reserve 2 Pokemon. Lucario, of course, is going to be Mega Lucario. I was like, oh, this is not kind of good here because it can run both special or physical with adaptability as its ability. Do have Ice Punch on my Toxicroak, so it is a 2 move transferred from Oris. That's going to do decent damage there, doing over half. Followed up by the Rock Slide from the Trevenant, so that's going to hit the Dragonite quite hard. Not enough to take it out, unfortunately, due to 25% drop. I am trying to go for the flinch on Lucario. Not going to happen. Didn't get the flinch either on Dragonite, so that's going to do the Fire Punch onto the Trevenant. Going to bring me down to 50, and unfortunately do get the burn. Though by this stage, it's kind of not going to really affect me because I still have 2 reserve Pokemon, which is great. And Toxicroak can take out that Lucario pretty easy. So Lucario, surprisingly enough, is going to go for the Sword Dance, playing quite cocky there. If anything, it should have actually gone straight for the attack. Normally I carry E-Speed, Bullet Punch, Sword Dance, and maybe Protect. as most times, or they may carry something like close combat and hit quite hard. So Dragonite's got the leftover recovery. It's going to bring it back up to the low red. Burn's going to slowly wither away my Trevenant, so that's down to 74. Do get the Harvest, luckily, so I'm going to eat another Citrus Berry and get my health back up to probably just a little bit around half green, I'd say, so that's cool. Alright, next turn. Bullet Punch coming from the Lucario. That is at +2, remember, and Stab plus Adaptability. Toxicroak is just going to live that like a beast on 18 health. I was actually honestly surprised. I thought that was going to kill me considering how frail my Toxicroak is. But that's the good thing about not running speed. It means I can put a little bit of HP into my defensive side, which I think I have done. If not, I'm sorry, but the ending should be able to tell you that. So with that, that's going to take out the Dragonite with the Rock Slide, and GG, there we go. As I said, I love this particular league because of how much it can do, and you should be able to see this as well in the last battle for tonight. So anyways, last battle for tonight. Again, another lovely team preview there. I love seeing the old Garchomp and Metagross. Also, we got to see a little old friend there of ours, Talonflame. I've not seen one of them for a very long time now since Gale Wings got the nerf. Anyways, got the Toxicroak and Trevenant lead. As I said, I did particularly try and fall in love with this particular lead, so I think I ended up using this lead quite a bit. So the Togekiss and the Garchomp lead. Lovely lead here. So I'm going to go for the fake out onto the Garchomp. I do believe I thought Garchomp was the biggest threat with Earthquake. I didn't particularly want to lose my Toxicroak this early. So Air Slash, I was like, oh, that's not good. Please don't flinch me with Serene Grace and the extra boost from that. Citrus Berry kicks off, bringing Trevenant back up to the green there, which is great. Trick Room does go up. Awesome. As I said, it would have been quite disastrous if I got the flinch instead of the Trick Room. So I would say if I did get flinch, it would have been a dead game. Since I didn't, this is going to happen. So I'm going to Ice Punch that Garchomp, take that out, which is awesome, 4 times weak. And the Trevenant is running Poison Jab as well. It's mainly there in case other grass types want to come in, like Livni or Serena. Wouldn't have worked against Katana, unfortunately. That's about the only counter really to this Trevenant is Katana. So another Air Slash coming my way. That's going to hit the Trevenant. Unfortunately, there wasn't much I can do here because I'm going to go taken out by that. I did get the poison though, as I said, that's kind of great. Neutral poison, so a little bit of poison damage there, which is great. I still have Toxicroak, which is all good and dandy, so I can just finish it off with Poison Jab or something. So I'm going to send in my Pelipper. This was another reason why I wanted to use the Rain Room team. Pelipper speed isn't exactly great, unless you're running Tailwind or something, so Trick Room does kind of lay off Pelipper's whole burden to try and set up Tailwind. It is Sash, of course, because there isn't much that Pelipper could do. One Tapu Koko or Xurkitree comes in, Thunderbolts that, and that's pretty much game for Pelipper, regardless of how bulky you run it. Anyways, going to send in my Feraligatr here because it's like, yeah, there's not much a Metagross could do really to a water-type Pokemon like Feraligatr or Pelipper, so that's probably the best switch that I had. And at the same time, I'm just going to let Togekiss wither away with poison. So Scald's going to do a decent amount of damage there from the Pelipper, doing it just a little bit over half damage there to the Metagross, and getting the burn as well, which is great. Tough Paws on Metagross, try and say that 3 times fast, and it does miss with his headbutt as well. So I do believe that would have done as much as they would hope now that I got the burn. Plus, I am running a bit of bulk in Feraligatr as well. So the burn's going to slowly wither away the Metagross. Not really going to matter here because I'm just going to Scald that, and considering how much I did the first time round, I'm going to be able to take it out from that range. So it was about a 2-hit KO, which is very nice, even without that burn. And the poor Togekiss is going to get hit by an Ice Punch, plus a Sheer Force boost and a Life Orb boost as well. That's going to be one powerful Life Orb, but unfortunately I got hit by the Rocky Helmet. And that also led to the demise of my Trevenant as well. If it didn't have Rocky Helmet, I do believe Trevenant may have lived the second Air Slash. So yes, this person brought Talonflame. Can I get the major props for that? Because no one's actually brought Talonflame to any of my battles. Poor Talonflame, it kind of made the end of a stick there thanks to the nerf on Gale Wings. Kind of unfortunate. As I said, for what we used to be the most popular Pokemon in doubles is now probably one of the least favorites for doubles. Anyways, guys, that's it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the team and the whole video. As I said, I do particularly want to go through and revamp this particular team. I actually honestly thought it was a really good team when I was drafting it. Just a shame it didn't work the way that I thought it was honestly going to work. So a few minor touches I want to do to it, but I did get to show off a few new Pokemon, which is great. Got to show off how Pelipper works in Trick Room. I got to use Feraligatr, which was the main goal to this team, but I might swap that up for another Pokemon when I go to revamp the team. Definitely keeping Toxicroak, that's the MPV for this team, and Trevenant's an absolute beast. If you haven't used a Trevenant yet for doubles, I highly suggest you do. So anyways, guys, until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever.